How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the What's Up Eddie channel, Divine Therapy Sessions. And of course, I'm the one and only Eddie. So glad to have you guys back. And these are my Divine Therapy Sessions. And in today's Eddie's Life Hack lesson number 28, we're going to talk about a song that I like by Justin Timberlake. And the title of this song was called Losing My Way. And every time I just heard it today, and I haven't heard it in such a long time, and it reminds me of the time period of when I was in the stages of my alcoholism and drug addiction. And to me, I think it's something that I needed to talk about today. And I'm coming up to my 16-month sobriety mark, and I just feel like it's that time to, relay the message again. But the song, it's a really cool song. It goes like this. So I'm a little iffy on the lyrics, but here it goes. Ba-dum-bum, 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 ba-dum-bum. Hi, my name is Bob. I worked at my job. I made $40-something a day. I used to be the man in my hometown until I started to lose my way. It all started when I dropped out of school. I was the man. I was living the life. I had a little problem with that little white rock, man. I couldn't put down the pipe. And it's breaking me down while my dreams fall down. While my dreams fall down. Is there anybody out there? Can anybody out there feel me? Because I can't seem to hear myself. So it goes like that, right, you guys? So this song, it's like it brings so many of those memories, right? It's crazy how something like that can bring those feelings back. And so the lyrics, when he's saying that he can't seem to hear himself, right? I remember that feeling. And whoever wrote that song, I don't know if it was JT or it was someone who wrote it for him, but this person had to have gone through it, or they've seen someone go through it, because it's the feeling of where you're at the point of you're in the addiction portion of it. And the mental portion of this, right? The obsession of, I have to have it because I don't feel good. And for most people who become addicted to something, they didn't plan on becoming addicted to it. It's that feeling that got them away from how they were feeling primarily, which was that, for me, you guys, I remember the first time when I got that first buzz, I was living the life. That's how I felt, because for me, the drink, when I drank it took away my problems. I felt confident. I felt like the burdens that I had before of the trauma as a child, it went away and numbed it. And for me, I loved that feeling, and but for me, it got to a point where I couldn't take it anymore, right? And then the drug or alcohol. So it always starts with something small, right? So they say it's there's the gateway, whether that be cigarettes to marijuana to alcohol to cocaine to meth. Is how my journey went, right? But of course, there's a huge time period in between. Your ambitions, your standards, your morals, they keep getting pushed. The bar keeps getting pushed, right? You keep lowering that standard of what is acceptable and what's not. And I remember, so the song is just talking about the transitions of to the next period. He even talks about in the next set of lyrics is, what does he say? He goes, so I don't remember the color of my daughter's eyes, and it's breaking me down. So he's talking about how it every step of the way, it's his life is lowering, right? The quality of life. And I remember that so distinctly. And I just remember feeling hopeless, right? And me screaming to the heavens, what can I do? How do I do this? And I couldn't come up with the answers. And it was that transition that I'm talking about, is the lost feeling, where I can't do this anymore, but I don't know how to stop, and I don't know how to ask for help. And unfortunately, in this process, it's a loop, you guys. It's a freaking loop, and it's hard, so freaking hard to get out of it. And my heart goes out to people out there. If you're resonating with this right now, or if you already turned off, I mean, you turned off, right? But if you're still listening to this, just know that like when it's the loop that you go around, right? And then you're in the transition phase of, can I keep doing this? And you either make the excuse as to why you can do it, or there's the help phase. And all it takes is for you to step into those doors, whether that be AA, you know, you tell your moms you need help, or your sister or whatever. There's someone out there waiting to help you. And for me, like, I resonate with that part where he's like, I think it's like the, you know, in every song they have the climax phase of it. How did it go? He goes, there's gotta be a heaven somewhere to save me from this hell. Or he goes, Father, please forgive me. Father, please forgive me. Oh, I forget how it goes, but he's pretty much, you know, asking God in heaven, and he's asking for forgiveness for everything that he had done. And I remember doing that. Everyone goes through that phase, right? Like, that's why I say holla at this song, because especially if you've gone through this phase, I just remember screaming, you know, to God, like, I don't know what to do anymore. Like, and that's what it takes, you guys. I had to be brought to my knees in order to get help. And finally, like, and it's not to say that I didn't go through the process of getting help before. The only difference from there and then and now is that then I was doing it for someone else. Now I'm doing it for me, right? And I've never been past a certain mark. Like, this is uncharted territory for me. 16 months of sobriety, continual sobriety. That's crazy. And I want to just say, like, I'm not just saying this to show off. Like, who wants to show off about saying I'm sober, right? But it is something to be proud of. And so if you're out there too, and you think that you know what, this guy's story is crazy, I can't get there. Like, that story wasn't my story either, you guys. Like, in that song, when he was like, I remember when or how does he go? I remember when I got buzzed, or how do you say? I forget the lyrics, but when he's saying pretty much that, like he was the dude, right? Like, he was supposed to, like, make it and stuff, and, like, he was the man. For me, that was me as well, you guys. Like, handsome, well-to-do, well-spoken, well-liked, charming. Like, there's no reason why, like, I had the right recipe to make anything happen, and yet I could not get it done. And I couldn't get it done because of so many reasons, but the major reason is me, inside of me. What the problems that were going on plagued me. And of course that gets deeper, right? There's deeper issues there, but I just want to say out there to anyone who's listening, and you're still on this video right now, that there's help out there, you guys. Like, every time that I get close to a next milestone in my sobriety, I'll never stop talking about alcoholism and drug addiction, because all of us, it should never be looked at as acceptable by any terms or any means. It really isn't. And that's just my truth, right? Because that shit brought me to near death, and I almost wasted my life on it. I almost took my own life. Can you imagine? And everyone knows about my story with my brother, right? Like, my brother lost his life because of this stuff. So just know that, like, be careful, you guys, because, like, once you open the door and you allow the devil to come play with you, he'll get you by the cojones and he won't let you go. And he'll do anything and everything. And you guys, like, whether you believe it or not, when I bring this stuff up about the devil's inside of you. God's inside of you. It's what are you feeding at the end of the day? And those are just a simple way of saying, like, in yourself, you have the ability to be a good person or a bad person, you know? And anyone who's gone through trauma, and we all have, it's the ability to let it go, release it, right? All right, guys, I think that's all I got. The song was talking to me today, and I had to get it out there, get the good word out there, right? Like, if I could have done it, or I did do it, you can do it as well. And I mean this with utter love and respect. If you're still out there in the struggle, just know that, like, just keep trying. You know, for me, man, it took me a whole bunch of tries but I never allowed it to keep me there. And if it did keep me there for a long period of time, and I went through the depression of it again, and just know, you guys, like, there's people out there who just don't want to see you succeed. They get off on this shit. I got people around me who still act like friends, and they're not, who want to see that relapse. You know what I'm saying? Like, so just know, like, it's your people around you too, man. You got to cut people out. You got to grow that respect for yourself, those boundaries, because there's some sick people out there, man. So, like, just be careful. I say this with love and respect, man. Get the help that you need. All right, guys, I'll catch you guys in the next one. I love you guys. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe. All right, peeps.